Saturday and welcome back to another vlog. I'm so excited to be vlogging again. I love the creative process, I think, of vlogging, and like putting different snippets of my life together and then editing them and then seeing it all come together. I think that it helps me romanticize my life better. So if you're like on the fence of sharing tidbits of your life, then like I highly recommend that you do it, because like I said, it just really helps me romanticize my life and make my life seem just beautiful, which it is, but it's nice to have those like more concrete reminders, I think. But for this vlog, I'm going to be reading Abby Jimenez's new book, Say You'll Remember Me. Pretend the Taylor Swift song is playing in the background. Here's my copy. I think that she's so beautiful. I think the colors are just so pretty. I love that her books always have a dog on the cover. That makes me so happy. It has really unique, I think, kind of end pages. And again, like, look at this. This is the perfect shade of pink to me. I love it so much. So we're going to start that here really soon. I want to make the brownies that I mentioned in my last video. I've still been making banana bread. I've made another loaf since my last vlog. But we're almost out of it, so I think it's totally cool, fine to make the brownies, and I'm very excited. I don't know, I feel like they're gonna match the cover of this really well. Tomorrow, Jeremy and I are going to go see Pride and Prejudice in theater, and I'm so excited. The 2005 film is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I have been obsessed with it ever since I watched it. I watch it multiple times a year. It is a cinematic masterpiece. And I was so excited when they announced they were going to put it back in theater. And I got on the internet and was like searching for like theaters, and I was going to get tickets like right then and there, but I couldn't find them. And then I just kind of forgot about it. And then early last week I was like scrolling on Instagram, and there was like an ad about how it was going to be in theaters this week. And I was like, oh no. So the Saturday showings were pretty much all gone besides the front row. And then all of like the Sunday evening, like afternoon showings were all gone, but the front row. So we're going at 10 a.m. tomorrow. But I think we're just going to make a day of it, and it should be a really good day. And it's really warm this weekend. It's like in the 80s. So I feel like I'll be able to wear a dress, and it's just gonna be so nice. So I'm very excited. And I'm actually getting to go see it again on Wednesday. One of my best friends, she loves the film as well, and she messaged me and was like, hey, there's a showing on Wednesday, and because we are like long distance friends, so there's a showing like in the town that we kind of meet in the middle. She's like, would you want to go? So I'm gonna go see it again with her, and I felt a little stressed, honestly, about it, because I don't like to go and do too much. I am a homebody. I am an introvert. And I was like, I'm going on Sunday, but you know, she's one of my very best friends. She's one of my oldest friends, and I'm never gonna regret like seeing Pride and Prejudice with her ever, like in theater. That's gonna be a wonderful like memory for us. And even though like I'll have to leave right after work, and I'll probably be out like way later than I would like, because the showing's at 6. The film's probably not gonna go off till like 8:30. We'll probably get like a bite to eat, and then I'll come home and it'll be so late. But all in all, like it's gonna be a really great time, and again, just like a really good memory. But anyway, that's what's going on this week. I don't know how long this vlog is going to last. I feel like every time I try to set like an end date for the vlog, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to end this vlog on Thursday. I like won't end that vlog till like 3 days later. So I'm not going to do that today. We're just going to let it take us where it takes us. So we will see. But before I start my brownies, I want to go ahead and give you a quick little reading update. So the couple books that I mentioned in my last video, we are over halfway through Middlemarch, and I'm so happy. It feels like a huge accomplishment to be halfway through this beast of a book. So I am on page 468, and there's 800 and some. There's 838. So we are over halfway. Again, I don't know that I will finish it in April, maybe in May, but it feels like a huge accomplishment, and it's been really good. I feel like the characters have grown and changed quite a bit since the beginning of the book, and it's just been a really great reading experience. I'm also about 24% through the Trapp Family Singers, I think is what it said when I updated it on Storygraph yesterday. I'm loving this book so much. It is just so pure. Like, it is just so sweet and so pure. I love it. It's really like whimsical and funny and just really family oriented. And again, it's just pure, and I'm really enjoying it. I will say, I feel like this comes with it, but like, Maria was going to be a nun, so there's a lot of talk about like religion and God and stuff like that, which is something that I don't mind. But if it's something that you really wouldn't like, then this probably isn't for you. But I'm just, it's just pure and wonderful, and I am really enjoying it. It's very, very different than the Disney film, though. Like, so different. I feel like they're not even connected at all. So, but I still really like it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put my brownies in the oven, and then I'm going to start my book, and then I'll read it while they bake and while they cool, and then we can decorate them together. Hello, I wanted to give you a quick little reading update. I'm about 100 pages in. I'm right here. So you can see I've made a good little dent in it. It is so cute. I love it so much. The couple, I just love them. I love them individually. I love them together as a couple. I love the family dynamics. I love the friendship. I love the story. I love their pets. My favorite Abby Jimenez book so far has been Yours Truly, and this honestly might beat it out. I really, really love this one so much. It's so good. I made my brownies and they turned out so cute. I haven't done a taste test yet, but I think I might here in a second. I took Clementine for her longer walk. Gosh, she's so cute. I love her so much. And she's pretty worn out. Jeremy went hiking with a friend, and he's still not back yet, so I don't know for sure what we're going to do. We might take a little nap because Clemmy's pretty worn out, and my endo's being mean to me today, and I'm not feeling the best. Or I might work on my puzzle. I'll probably just text him and see how much longer he thinks he's going to be, and I'll base that decision off of that. But I will definitely be reading more tonight, and I really want to watch the film Miss Potter since it's Easter weekend. It has Renee Zellweger and Ian McGregor in it, I think, and it is a biopic about Beatrix Potter's life. So I think that would just kind of be perfect to watch this weekend. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I might check back in with you today. I might not. If not, maybe tomorrow, but more than likely, realistically, it'll probably be Monday.
Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor's garden.
Hello, friends, and a happy Wednesday. It's been a hot minute since I've talked to you, and so I'm going to catch you up on everything. It's also Pride and Prejudice round 2 day, and I'm so excited. Going to see it in theater was just a beautiful experience. My husband went with me, and he's obviously married to me, so he's seen Pride and Prejudice before, but he was like, when we were leaving the theater, he was like, that was like the most beautiful, like, cinematic experience I have ever had, which made me really happy. And he was 100% right. It really was just a beautiful experience getting to see the film up close and on the big screen. And I teared up at the end, which I do sometimes, but I feel like I was just so immersed in it this time, it was like just so much more. And I also felt like it went by way too fast. I remember it got to the part where like Wickham was coming into play and like the militia had arrived, and I was like, it's going by too fast. I don't want it to end. And I just feel so fortunate and so lucky that I get to see it again today. It's going to be the best. I'm so excited. Like, honestly, I might like to see if I can watch it again, because it's just been a great experience. So hopefully if you didn't get to see it, it's still available somewhere near you, because it's the best experience. I'm not joking. It's wonderful. But after that, we just did a little bit of shopping. I didn't really buy anything to report upon. I did buy some new flowers, but that's about it. We just got like groceries, treats for Clementine, that kind of stuff. The past 2 work days have not been like particularly stressful work days. We're nearing the end of the school year, so schedules are really crazy with the kids, and I feel like I have to be a lot more mindful of things, which can be a little bit draining, I guess, because we have like lots of end of the year exams, and like some like the end dates on every kid's different, so just trying to be mindful of like the amount of time that I have for certain things. So it is like a teensy bit more draining than it was like a month ago for work, but again, very manageable, nothing too stressful. And then I've just had a ton of like administrative-y kind of adult things that have sucked that I've had to take care of over the past couple of days. Like, I have a package from an Etsy seller that got lost, and I've been trying to figure out like where it's at and work with the Etsy seller and things like that. I have to redo my fingerprints for work. And I've been like trying to find a place to get those done at, and that's just been icky. And I hate like phone calls and that kind of stuff, so it's not been fun. But anyway, that's a little life update. But we also want to give you a little bit of a reading update. All right, so here it is. I am loving this book so much. I updated it on Storygraph yesterday, and I think it said I'm like 57% in, so a little over halfway. I'm loving this book so much. It's so funny. I think the humor in this just hits just right. I know all of her books are like romantic comedies, but this one is very, very funny. And I'm very much enjoying like the humor part of it. I love the couple. I love them both equally. I feel like a lot of times when I read romance books, a lot of times I like the male lead better or the female lead better, but this time I adore both couples equally, which makes me root for them like even more. I feel like the conflicts that they're facing are very realistic. I feel like Abby Jimenez can kind of trauma dump on you, and there's still trauma and things that could be particularly triggering, but I don't feel as though it's quite as heavy as some of her other books, or at least it's not quite as heavy for me. And the kind of overarching conflict that the couple's trying to work through isn't stressing me out too much. So I'm hoping that there's no like third act breakup coming here. I hope that the issue that they're facing continues, like they continue to kind of, it's really difficult, but I hope that we kind of keep moving along. Obviously someone's going to have to make a sacrifice, but I hope, again, I hate third act breakups, so I'm very hopeful that that isn't in here, because I feel like there's always an element of that sometimes in some of the books that I've read by her, so I would really love for that not to happen. But yes, I'm loving it. I am on a break for a little over an hour and a half, like an hour and 45 minutes. So I think that I'm going to read for maybe like 30-40 minutes, and then I'll have lunch, take Clementine out, and spend some time with her. And then I'll work my last little bit of work, and then we're going to go see Pride and Prejudice, and I will bring you guys along for the trip. Hello. Hi, come on, gotcha. Ah.
Darcy? Miss Elizabeth?
Hello friends, and happy Friday. Let's do a little recap of the past few days. Wednesday, getting to go see Pride and Prejudice was a really good experience. I will say that going on Sunday was a more like magical experience. For one, it was a newer theater, so everything was so much more comfortable. The seats were really uncomfortable in the theater we went to on Wednesday, and the audience just was not a good movie viewing audience. Like, there was like a lot of conversations and just like really loud behavior. So it was like you would be immersed in this beautiful story, and then I was like being taken out of it. So I'm definitely glad that I had already seen it before, and that wasn't like the Pride and Prejudice experience that I had. But I'm also really grateful that I got to spend some time with my friend and get to see it with her. And we like hung out and talked for a little bit afterwards. We got like Chick-fil-A and sat in the car, and it was just really good. And I think like times like that with friends can be really like therapeutic. So it was really good. And yesterday I just worked. Today it's actually getting quite late. It's like probably 4:30 or later at this point. I had to go to the doctor. I had to have an ultrasound this morning to kind of check on my endometriosis, and you can't detect endometriosis by an ultrasound, but I've had some really bad cysts. I've lost one of my ovaries to them. Those cysts unchecked can wreak a lot of damage and can like turn cancerous and stuff like that. So every now and again I like to have one just to make sure there's nothing that shouldn't be growing in my body growing. So I'm quite uncomfortable and crampy. If you have any type of like PCOS or endometriosis, I'm sure you know how things like that can really flare them up. So I've just been trying to take it easy this afternoon and play with Clementine. This is her duck. It's actually a baby toy, and it rattles, and she loves it so much. It's probably been her favorite toy since we bought it for it like a month ago. But anyway, I want to go ahead and start wrapping up this vlog. I have less than 100 pages left of Say You'll Remember Me. I am on page 258, and there's like 200 or 350, I think. Still really good, still really funny. I was reading some of it last night before bed, and it was just like really humorous, and I am really enjoying it. So hopefully it will stick that way. I also only have a little teensy bit left in my puzzle. I've got like 3 more seed packets, and then just some like random spots of like just pieces I haven't like found the home for them yet. So I need to get those, and then that will be finished. And I really want to wrap up this vlog today. Tomorrow Jeremy has to work, so I'm actually kind of sad because I feel like we haven't had like a day home, just like me, him, and Clementine. I love days like that when our little family unit is just together, and we just get the whole day to kind of hang out. And it's a very like dreary, kind of rainy day, and I think it's supposed to be like that tomorrow as well. So I wish that he wasn't working, but it's also still going to be really nice to have just a day at home for myself. And I really want to have like a really good like quality rest day. I am really trying to focus on making sure I have really good rest days. I've touched on this before in other videos, but I had taught in the classroom for a while, and when I would have days off, I would rot in bed. Like, I would sleep, nap, and just scroll on my phone pretty much the whole day because I didn't have the energy to do anything. And I never felt rested after those. Like, I never felt equipped for the next day or the next week or whatever else was going on. If I was sick, I never felt better. And I was always complaining that, like, I didn't have time to read or to color or to watch TV or, you know, play Sims, whatever it was. That's because I was just rotting in bed. And it's like such a habit that I've let myself get into for the past however many years. And so when I started my new job this fall, I was like, oh, I'm like not gonna have those days anymore. But it's like been very hard to kind of break that cycle, even though I'm not in a working situation that really drains me so much. I've just let myself get into those habits. So one of my goals for the year was to really focus on having like good quality rest days. So for me, the only way that I can really do that is I have to have not necessarily an agenda. I don't want to make it seem like I have a to-do list to relax. I'm like not that neurotic. And if you aren't, that's okay. You know, this is a judgment-free zone. We have to do what we have to do to cope with life and all of the crazy things that are thrown at us. But for me, I just like to have kind of like a mental list and like ideas of what to do. So tomorrow, I really just want to sleep. And I'm gonna put like pillow spray on. I'm gonna take a bubble bath. Like, I'm gonna get really good, deep quality of sleep tonight. Hopefully, I'm gonna say that and I probably won't. Clementine, quit. I hope you didn't hear that because she's being weird. So, Lakin, if you're watching this, I'm sure you're laughing because you probably know what's going on. But anyway, so I want to do that. I want to watch some TV. I've been watching The Last Kingdom for years, and I restarted it, I think sometime last year, and I still haven't finished it. So I would really like to watch a couple episodes of that. I have an embroidery. If I have time, I would like to embroider. I want to play Sims. Like, I just really want my brain like completely shut off. Like, I don't even really want to read or color or do any type of really mindful thing, but kind of having a little bit of an agenda, some things that I think like, oh, I could do this or I could do that. It helps me, one, not just stay in bed and do that endless cycle of napping and scrolling like I've done in the past. So, and it kind of like, I can be like, well, like I've slept and I've read for a little bit. I'm going to play Sims. So I'll like move out to the couch. I don't know. Maybe I sound crazy, but I'm just really trying to break that cycle of rotting. I want to have good quality rest days with my hobbies and doing things that I enjoy instead of just rotting in bed for the weekend. So, and I do so much worse if Jeremy's not here. If he's here, it's like I have a reason to get up and to come out. But if he's not here, then it's like, what's the point? So, anywho, but I've been blabbing on enough. I think that I'm going to work on my puzzle and get it finished. I've been listening to Viola Davis's memoir, and I only have a couple hours left on it, so I might listen to it and hopefully finish it and my puzzle. That would be ideal. And then we're gonna finish Say You'll Remember Me. Saturday, I ended up not finishing Say You'll Remember Me last night. I did finish my puzzle though, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I have it on display on the table, and it'll probably be there for a few days, and then I'll take it down and probably start another one. I just really enjoyed it a lot. I have a Jane Austen puzzle here somewhere. I thought it was within grabbable distance, but it's not. And I kind of want to redo it. I think especially since I'll be, like, we've just seen Pride and Prejudice, I want to reread Sensibility this spring. Like, I don't know, just kind of seems like a good time to maybe start that one. But anywho, last night, after I finished my puzzle, I just felt like I needed to stretch. I felt like I'd been sitting at my desk with work. I've been sitting at the doctor's office. I've been sitting doing my puzzle. I just felt like I needed to, like, move and stretch. And so I tried to do yoga, which was a really big mistake. I ended up, like, in some pain. And then we took Clementine for her walk, and it was a much shorter walk than we normally do with her. Because it started to rain, and we were both, like, hungry, and I wasn't feeling very good either. But I ended up just kind of, I think I just overdid it, and I was pretty much out for the count the rest of the day. So when we came home and after we ate dinner and stuff, I was like, I'm going to bed. And I didn't even want to read. Like, I just wanted to be, like, cocooned in bed, just curled up in a ball with my heating pad. We watched Winnie the Pooh. And I went to sleep. I was completely out for the night, I think, before 8 o'clock. So obviously we didn't finish Say You'll Remember Me. But I woke up this morning. I feel a lot better. I can tell that I definitely have to take it easy on my body. So probably, like, no yoga, no lengthy walks. Just letting my body have a day to rest. But I did wake up, and I feel better. I feel more energized. I feel ready to kind of take on the day. But I did finish Say You'll Remember Me. And it was really good. It was really cute. I'm very satisfied with the ending. I'm very happy with the events of how everything unfolded for the couple and some of the other issues that they were facing, like, within their personal lives. It was really sweet and wonderful. And I also really love the title, not just because it's a Taylor Swift quote, or lyric, I guess, but because it really fits in with the, like, story, not only with, like, the couple themselves, but also with, like, some of the other things that were going on in their lives at the time. So I'm just very satisfied. It was a really great read. It's one that I highly recommend. I do still think that this, like, after finishing, I do think it is my favorite Abby Jimenez book for sure. I've read 3, and this, like, definitely, I think, is my favorite. It was just so good. This was definitely like a 4.5 star read for me. And honestly, I don't know, it might end up on my top books of the year. It was just really sweet and good. I very much enjoyed it. So I highly recommend. But I'm going to go ahead and close this vlog off here so I can just have my, like, a cozy, restful, brain turned off day. I need to eat some lunch, and I'm just gonna take it easy. Thank you guys so much for being here and for choosing to spend time with me and to see snippets of my life. It truly means the world to me. I just appreciate your time, and again, just the fact that someone would choose to spend time out of their day to watch me and my life. It's a wonderful feeling, and I just want you to know that I appreciate you so very much. But anywho, I will see you guys in another video very soon, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.